Picture this: a world where the slightest word, the faintest gesture, or even a fleeting glance can dictate the outcome of an interaction. A hidden language of influence that silently governs your decisions, often without you even realizing it. Welcome to the shadowy realm of dark psychology, a place where human behavior becomes a tool and the stakes are as high as your own free will. But let me ask you, how much control do you really have over your mind? Or worse, how much control have you already lost? What is dark psychology? Dark psychology isn't a myth or a mere collection of theories. It's the calculated application of psychological principles to manipulate, influence, and control others. It delves deep into the darker aspects of human nature, where morality often takes a back seat to power. But what makes it so effective? It's rooted in the vulnerabilities hardwired into all of us. Our emotions, biases, and the subconscious patterns that shape our behavior. What are the techniques of manipulation, you might ask? Well, here they are. 1. Gaslighting. Gaslighting is perhaps one of the most sinister forms of manipulation. The manipulator plants seeds of doubt, making you question your memories, perceptions, or even your sanity. It starts subtly, a comment like, "You're imagining things," or "That never happened." Over time, these small denials accumulate, eroding your confidence and making you increasingly reliant on the manipulator's version of reality. It's a slow, deliberate attack on your sense of self, and the results can be devastating. Imagine being in a relationship where every argument ends with you apologizing, even when you're not at fault. Your partner insists you're overreacting, too sensitive, or simply wrong. Slowly, you begin to doubt your own judgment, leaving you vulnerable to their control. 2. Emotional triggers. We are emotional beings, and dark psychology exploits this fact ruthlessly. Emotional triggers are specific words, images, or scenarios designed to provoke a strong, emotional response. The excessive forces of advertising having an emotional tone to you to buy something that patents, the research brags they tell us. These emotions can override logic, making you more susceptible to influence. Advertisers use this technique masterfully. A touching story in a commercial can make you buy a product, even if you don't need it. Think about political campaigns. Fear-based messaging is a common tactic. Phrases like, "Your future is at risk," or dramatic visuals of chaos and destruction can manipulate voters into supporting policies they might otherwise oppose. 3. The power of authority. Humans are wired to respect and obey authority figures, a trait that's been essential for societal functioning, but also ripe for abuse. When someone assumes the role of an authority, be it through a uniform, a title, or mere confidence, we're more likely to comply with their demands, even against our better judgment. The infamous Milgram experiment demonstrated this perfectly. Participants were instructed to administer electric shocks to another person by an authoritative figure in a lab coat. Despite hearing screams of pain, many continued simply because they were told to. 4. Mirroring and rapport building. Mirroring is a subtle but powerful tactic where the manipulator mimics your body language, tone, or behavior to build rapport. It creates a subconscious sense of trust and familiarity, making you more open to their influence. In negotiations, a skilled manipulator might adopt your posture, repeat your key phrases, or match your tone. This creates an illusion of alignment, making you more likely to agree to their terms. 5. The foot in the door technique. This tactic works by getting someone to agree to a small request, which then paves the way for larger demands. It leverages our natural desire for consistency. Once we've said yes to something small, we're more likely to comply with bigger asks to avoid cognitive dissonance. A charity might first ask you to sign a petition. Once you agree, they're more likely to ask for a donation, and you're more likely to give. 6. Social proof. Humans are social creatures, and we often look to others to determine what's right or acceptable. Dark psychology exploits this tendency by manufacturing a sense of consensus or popularity to influence behavior. Ever noticed how reviews and ratings influence your choices? Even if the reviews are fake, the appearance of social approval can sway your decision. 7. Scarcity and urgency. This tactic plays on our fear of missing out. By creating a sense of scarcity or urgency, manipulators can pressure you into making decisions quickly, often without proper consideration. Think of phrases like limited time offer or only 3 left in stock. These trigger a fear of loss, prompting immediate action. The psychological basis of influence. Why do these techniques work so well? Because they tap into our evolutionary psychology. Over millennia, our brains have developed shortcuts or heuristics to process information quickly and efficiently. These shortcuts are vital for survival, but can also be exploited. For instance, our tendency to trust authority figures stems from a time when following a leader increased our chances of survival. Similarly, our reliance on social proof helped us stay safe within groups. Dark psychology turns these survival mechanisms into vulnerabilities. How to protect yourself. Understanding dark psychology isn't just about recognizing manipulation in others. It's about safeguarding yourself. Here are some key strategies to protect your mind. Stay mindful. Pay attention to your emotions and reactions in high-pressure situations. If you feel rushed or overly emotional, take a step back. Educate yourself. Learn about common manipulation tactics and how they operate. The more you know, the less likely you are to fall victim. Strengthen your boundaries. Practice saying no and standing your ground, even in the face of pressure. Question authority. Just because someone appears confident or holds a position of power doesn't mean they're right. Always evaluate their claims critically. Seek support. If you suspect you're being manipulated, talk to someone you trust for perspective. Sometimes an outsider's view can reveal what you can't see. Dark psychology isn't just about manipulation, it's about awareness. The more you understand it, the better you can protect yourself and others from its misuse. Remember, knowledge is power, but how you wield it defines your character. So will you choose to uncover the secrets of the mind and use them for good, or will you let the shadows claim control? In a world where manipulation is everywhere, the choice isn't just yours to make, it's yours to own. Bonus section. Shocking fact about dark psychology. Here's something that will truly shock you. Some of the most effective manipulation tactics in dark psychology were first observed in nature. Yes, animals have been using psychological warfare long before humans. Take the cuckoo bird, for example. It lays its eggs in the nests of other birds, tricking them into raising its young. The host bird, unaware of the manipulation, devotes all its energy to feeding the cuckoo chick, often at the expense of its own offspring. This natural deception mirrors techniques used in human manipulation, where trust and care are exploited for personal gain. So, the next time you think manipulation is purely human, remember, the roots of dark psychology run far deeper than we've ever imagined.